And we begin tonight with team coverage on breaking news out of Tucson. The search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is intensifying as her family continues to plead for answers.
It's now been almost a week since police believe that she was kidnapped, and still there are no suspects, at least as far as we know. As we begin our coverage tonight, let's first go to Chase Golightly, who's live outside of Annie Guthrie's home. She's one of the two daughters, and Chase, the family posted again on social media tonight, asking for their mother's safe return, and this time they're saying they are willing to pay.
Mark Creepy, that's right. That video released just a few hours ago, but this one felt a little bit different. When you actually hear what the Guthrie family has to say, there seems to be less hope that Nancy is alive. In their previous videos they released on social media, they would always demand proof that their mother was alive and also ask that she be returned safely. But the one they released today, all they ask is for their mom to be back. It's the third video released by the Guthrie family since their mother, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, was taken against her will a week ago. Savannah, her sister Annie, and brother Cameron holding on to each other as they talk directly to the person that kidnapped her.
We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Likely referencing a ransom note sent to multiple news outlets, including KOLD in Tucson, by someone claiming they had Guthrie, demanding money for her return. KOLD news director Jessica Bobula telling NBC News they received that ransom anonymously Monday evening, 2 days after Nancy was reportedly taken. She says part of it described items Nancy had on her.
Did it say her condition, how she was doing?
It did. It said we, but had her. But it's not, I'm not going to go into more details.
On Thursday, the Pima County Sheriff's Department said the ransom had a payment deadline set for Thursday at 5 p.m. and a second deadline for Monday. Sheriff Chris Nanos saying they are taking this note seriously, but are still determining its authenticity.
Our mom is our heart and our home.
This is from the first video message from the Today Show co-host and her siblings, worried about Nancy's health, pleading for direct communication with the kidnapper.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we need you to reach out and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward.
Asking for proof that their mother is still alive and that she will be returned safely. Then on Friday, KOLD received another anonymous message.
There is something inside the note that makes it seem that they want to try to prove that it is the same people as sent the first note.
But it did not give any indication Nancy is still alive. On Saturday, the Guthries addressed it.
We received your message, and we understand.
Not saying what it is they understand, only asking for Nancy to be back with them. Now, we did reach out to the FBI for comment on the Guthrie family's latest video, but they declined to provide a statement. We still haven't heard from the Pima County Sheriff's Department about this as well. As far as here at Annie Guthrie's home, we are seeing a little bit of activity. You have security right outside the driveway, right behind me, along with two what we believe to be undercover investigators that we've been seeing go inside the home. That's all that we've been seeing here, but we do know that this is still a very much an active and ongoing situation. We're live in Tucson. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks. And he just mentioned something that we were ready to report. As the Guthrie's message grows more desperate, and you can hear it with each passing video message that they post, authorities say the investigation continues to be active.
Yeah, that's right. Gabriella Becerra is live outside of Nancy Guthrie's home. And Gabby, you've been out in Tucson all day. Where does the search stand tonight?
Well, Caribe, Mark, the search continues, and we're told that it started here at Nancy's house and that the radius would grow until they find her. Today, we confirmed with nearby businesses that detectives have been visiting them, asking to see their surveillance video, something the sheriff's office says is standard practice in a case like this. Emotions are high 1 week after 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Tucson home.
I'm just horrified for her and what might have happened to her.
The Catalina Foothills community is left wondering where Nancy is and if she's still alive.
She was just very, very nice, very sweet woman.
Their worries come as Savannah Guthrie and her siblings Annie and Cameron addressed their mother's possible abductor once again, this time with an even more emotional plea.
We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department stands firm that no suspect, person of interest, or vehicle has been identified in connection to her suspected kidnapping. Do you think those investigators are feeling any pressure of that ransom note?
You can't. You have to take everything in a very objective, calm way. You can't get sucked in emotionally.
Investigators returned to Nancy's home for a third time. Retired Phoenix Police Commander Jeffrey Hines admits it's not the best look to close and reopen a crime scene repeatedly, but says it's a good sign investigators are being thorough.
Of course, you should have left the crime scene tape up. Of course, everybody knows that. They didn't. They accept that. As soon as the FBI came and said, hey, we need to go back and reprocess the scene, the crime scene tape went up again. Okay, it could have been smoother. Okay, let's focus on, did they find anything additional that is going to help locate the bad guys here?
This time, investigators towed a blue SUV from the garage. NBC News confirmed it belongs to Nancy. The sheriff's office says they are reviewing evidence and at this time will not confirm or release details regarding what is being analyzed. We know they're also searching neighbors' properties.
3 FBI guys up my driveway behind my house.
Laura Gargano tells me she submitted several tips to law enforcement, knowing the smallest details could lead to Nancy.
Just can't understand how this happened.
And the FBI is offering a reward, $50,000, to anyone who helps bring Nancy home or helps lead to an arrest in this case. They're asking for you to call them directly at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Live in Tucson, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thanks. Meanwhile, the clock continues to tick. And as the search for Nancy Guthrie continues, be sure to download 12 Plus on your TV so you can get the latest updates of the investigation.
Just a few hours ago, a procession was held for a fallen Arizona DPS trooper killed by a helicopter crash in Flagstaff. The procession comes as investigators move forward in the case, charging an armed suspect who tonight remains in the hospital in the custody of the Coconino County Sheriff's Office. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham has more on the charges that he faces.
50-year-old Terrell Story now facing murder charges after 2 Arizona DPS troopers were killed in Flagstaff Wednesday. This is his mugshot after being sentenced in 2008 on drug charges out of Pima County. Trooper and paramedic Hunter Bennett and pilot Robert Skanke were called to assist a domestic violence situation that escalated to a shootout between Story and law enforcement.
He's still shooting.
Story was eventually arrested when Arizona DPS says the helicopter Skanke and Bennett were in went down. Tonight, he's facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and 10 counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement. A procession for Hunter Bennett was held Saturday, where a large entourage of law enforcement from different agencies escorted a white hearse from Flagstaff to Green Acres Mortuary and Cemetery in Scottsdale. Bennett, who's an ASU graduate, joined Arizona DPS 4 years ago. The 26-year-old worked his way up to becoming a trooper and paramedic with Western Air Rescue in Kingman, and in 2025 he became a fully qualified DPS Air Rescue paramedic. As the investigation into the crash continues, the deaths of these 2 men have left a sense of heartache and sadness among law enforcement, many not ready to say goodbye. Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
And the suspect sustained non-life-threatening injuries. He is being held on a $5 million cash-only bond.
A man is in extremely critical condition tonight after he was rescued earlier this afternoon off of the Cholla Trail on Camelback Mountain. We want to show you some video of the rescue. At about 1 o'clock this afternoon, fire and rescue crews were called out to the mountain after getting reports about a man who had suffered a medical emergency. It was determined the quickest and best way to get him off the mountain was to helicopter him down. Fire crews say it's a good reminder that when going on a hike, make sure you wear the right clothes, hydrate the night before, and bring plenty of water along on the hike.
Arizona heat does catch up to people very quickly. Again, it's February and it's 80 degrees here. That's not typical. Even though it might not seem like it's that hot, heat can affect you no matter what you're doing if you're not prepared for it.
They also encourage people, if you can, to hike in a group.
80s in the desert at this time of the year. It is a big deal. We hit 83 degrees officially in Phoenix today. Not quite a record, 89, but we'll be close tomorrow. 84s all over the place, even a couple of 85s in the mix. I'll tell you how close we'll get to some records, and there is a little bit of a change coming up in the Christmas.
The latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand, 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
the excessive heat warning,
Momcast with Emma Jade,
help protect our kids online,
sports reports,
the Cardinals for the Suns,
the Diamondbacks,
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices. This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert days. When roads turn icy,
When those snowy trails call,
if your flight could be delayed, or when cold, rainy days impact your commute.
stay safe on those Weather Impact Alert days.
12 News Weather Impact in every newscast and streaming on 12 Plus. 12 News and 12 Plus keep you in the loop by reporting more from the rapidly growing West Valley.
We're outside Surprise City Hall.
More homes, jobs, and unexpected challenges expanding west.
In Peoria, they'll have the resources ready.
12 News, dedicated to the West Valley.
Explosive is one word for what's happening.
West Valley in the Loop on 12 News and streaming on 12 Plus. Download on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices.
In the dead of night, seems quiet right now. There's a lot happening in the valley.
We've got a fire in Tempe. We're sending Troy.
In those early morning hours, 12 News is here because journalism never sleeps.
Justin Pizzera, 12 News, Today in AZ.
Jen Wall, 12 News.
We're live in Mesa. Troy Lynch.
12 News, Today in AZ, dedicated to you.
Focusing on the local stories
and their impact on your day.
Welcome to Today in AZ. I'm
12 News Today in AZ, weekdays at 4:26 a.m. Get the latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand, 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
the excessive heat warning,
Momcast with Emma Jade,
help protect our kids online,
sports reports,
the Cardinals for the Suns,
the Diamondbacks,
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices. This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert days. When roads turn icy.
Our weather impact forecast. And Chris, we know it was warm out there today, but are we getting close to some record temperatures in the days ahead?
Yeah, we will be very close the next couple of days. Close, but not quite there. Here are the numbers. Here are forecast numbers and the records. 84, 84 Sunday and Monday. 86, 86 are the records. And then once we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, our temperatures start to come back down a little bit, and our records, well, they're still in the mid-80s. So I think the realistic opportunity for getting some record heat the next 2 days. Clear skies overnight. Right now, near a record on Sunday and Monday, and next, a pattern change next week. It's not going to be a significant pattern change, but it's a pattern change nonetheless. And here it is. I'm going to roll through Futurecast. This takes us through Tuesday. There was a little area of low pressure down there that did result in some thunderstorms across Cochise County earlier today. That scoots off into west Texas by Tuesday. But look at this. This is not the big kahuna just yet. Most of that energy rides up to the north, but a little piece of it breaks off and crosses Arizona. This is on Friday, so we have all week long to watch this for the potential for some precipitation around here. But then as we get into the following week, which is 15th through the 21st of February, that green is the probability of above average precipitation. The blue is the probability of below average temperatures, something we haven't seen a whole lot of so far this winter season. Final round of the Phoenix Open is tomorrow, 60 in the morning, 9 a.m. is the tee time. 83 in the afternoon, wall-to-wall sunshine, and that's the way it is going to be for your Sunday. Here is the Valley 7-day forecast. 84, 84. We take it down to 78 by Thursday, 73s on Friday and Saturday, and just a small 20% chance of a little shower here and there on Friday.
All right, Chris, thank you. All right, now let's take a look at the current medal count on the first full day of competition as it ends. So far, Team USA has not made it onto the podium yet.
Let's give you a look at the current standings. Italy, Japan, and Norway each have 3 medals, a gold, a silver, and a bronze.
Medal count sponsored by Casino Arizona.
Well, the Suns got D Book back from injury tonight, but a bad shooting night was just too much to overcome against the Sixers. Stay right here. We'll have post-game coverage coming up.
Get the latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
The excessive heat warning.
Momcast with Emma Jade,
Help protect our kids online.
sports reports,
The Cardinals. For the Suns.
Diamondbacks.
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices. This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert Days. When roads turn icy,
When those snowy trails call. If your flight could be delayed.
or when cold, rainy days impact your commute.
Stay safe on those weather impact alert days.
12 News Weather Impact in every newscast and streaming on 12 Plus. 12 News and 12 Plus keep you in the loop by reporting more from the rapidly growing West Valley.
We're outside Surprise City Hall.
More homes, jobs, and unexpected challenges expanding west.
In Peoria, they'll have the resources ready.
12 News, dedicated to the West Valley.
Explosive is one word for what's happening.
West Valley in the Loop on 12 News and streaming on 12 Plus. Download on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices.
In the dead of night, seems quiet right now. There's a lot happening in the Valley.
We've got a fire in Tempe. We're sending Troy.
In those early morning hours, 12 News is here because journalism never sleeps.
Justin Pizzera, 12 News, Today in AZ.
Jen Wall, 12 News.
We're live in Mesa. Troy Lynch.
12 News Today in AZ, dedicated to you.
Focusing on the local stories.
And their impact on your day.
Welcome to Today in AZ. I'm Emma
12
Jade.
News Today in AC. Weekdays at 4:26 a.m. Get the latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
The excessive heat warning.
Momcast with Emma Jade,
Help protect our kids online.
sports reports,
The Cardinals. For the Suns.
Diamondbacks.
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices. This weather is why we live here.
Time for sports with Jake Garcia. And Jake, I know there's no betting at Bushwood, but if there was, who would you pick tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm not in the prediction business, but since I worked in Seattle previously, I'm going to say my heart is with the Seahawks. And now I'm ducking because Cardinals fans might not like that. But they are the better team. A rematch of Super Bowl 49 taking place tomorrow. 49, of course, took place right here in Phoenix. Cameron Cox tonight is in San Francisco for what's also been a golden week for Larry Fitzgerald.
What's up, Arizona? You are looking at Levi's Stadium. Less than 24 hours to go from kickoff of Super Bowl 60, Seahawks and Patriots, right here on 12 News. 2 objectives in the Bay Area this week. Number 1, cover the Super Bowl. We'll check that off the list tomorrow. Number 2, be the only local Arizona TV station with boots on the ground to cover Larry Fitzgerald being announced to the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. And 48 hours after that announcement, Fitz getting fitted. Darren Urban with the Cardinals sharing these photos of Fitz getting fitted for that gold Hall of Fame jacket. He'll have to wait to early August to put it on, though. Stars are out for Super Bowl week, like retired Hall of Fame longtime ASU groundskeeper Brian Johnson. He's painted every Super Bowl field for the last 30 years.
This burger will run you $180 at the Super Bowl. They call it the LX Burger.
So who's going to win the big game, Seahawks or Patriots?
I'm leaning towards Seattle right now. I just think they've been the better team in the playoffs, a more complete team.
Kickoff is at 4:30 right here on 12 News. After the game and the Olympics, we'll have live post-game coverage on the field from the Super Bowl, including a special streaming edition of 12 Sports tonight at 10:30. In San Francisco, Cameron Cox, 12 Sports.
All right, thanks, Cam. Devin Booker's back after missing 7 games with injury. He was rusty at the start, still managed to pour in 21 points. Jalen Green also in the lineup. Only the 5th time this year that Booker and Green have played together on the same night. Up and under beauty from Green. He came off the bench, had 8. Suns down double digits, but they battle back. Tyrese Maxey ends all those hopes. Step back, dagger. Sixers over the Suns, 109-103. The Arizona defense swarming today against Oklahoma State. Turnover turns to offense in the first half. And Koa Pete left all alone for the two-handed slam. Beatdown continues the rest of the game. Wildcats in transition again. Jaden Bradley not caring about feelings. Take another look. Bradley, poster, Arizona wins by 37. ASU was down for the entire first half to Colorado. Mo Odom brings the Devils back in a hurry. Finds a spot in the mid-range, and then again from downtown. 23 points for the ASU point guard. Colorado fends off the rally. Bang got Dak with authority here. ASU falls to 3-8 in conference play. Buffs win 78-70. WM Phoenix Open, round 3. Scotty Scheffler has seen every corner of this golf course this week. He clawed his way to a 66 straight cut made. Here he sneaks one in on the right edge and lets out a big sigh of relief. 4 under 67 to put him 5 off the lead. The crowds were flocking to see this man. Hideki Matsuyama follows up his monster second round with a solid third round. He's at 13 under par, 1 stroke clear of 4 tied in second place. There are also 8 golfers within 2 strokes of the lead. For a behind-the-scenes look at the flavor of the tournament, here's Lena Washington in Scottsdale.
This is the 26th year that M Culinary Concepts is the official food provider for the hospitality tents at the WM Phoenix Open, bringing luxe, elevated food options to the fans out here. And Chef Michael DiMaria took me behind the scenes to get all the fixins and prep out for you.
Hey guys, it's Chef Michael. Check this place out. You're in the kitchen of the Bake Club, here at the 2026 WM Phoenix Open. Check this out. Let's still talk about some numbers. Come on. Look at these pizzas. We start these up about 6 o'clock in the morning, make about 2,000 pizzas, 3 different kinds. We do a meat pie, we do a margarita, and then a daily pie every day. We serve over 2,000 pizzas a day. We do a paella. Check this out. So we do a vegetarian paella, and what kind of paella are we doing today?
Vegetable Italian paella today.
I got you. You talk about sandwiches? That's right. We start 4:30 in the morning. We make over 2,500 sandwiches. They get pressed right here, and they get served in that window. Hey girls, are you guys having a great time? Yes. It's fantastic. That's what we serve here in the Bake Club. Well, my favorite item is the mac and cheese when they do that with the spicy jack cheese and the braised pork. Forget about it. I love it.
At TPC Scottsdale, Lena Washington, 12 Sports.
Looks yummy. All right, Lena, thanks. We'll be right back.
Get the latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
The excessive heat warning.
Momcast with Emma Jade,
Help protect our kids online.
sports reports,
The Cardinals.
For the Suns,
Diamondbacks.
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices. This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert Days. When roads turn icy,
When those snowy trails call, if your flight could be delayed.
or when cold, rainy days impact your commute.
Stay safe on those weather impact alert days.
12 News Weather Impact in every newscast and streaming on 12 Plus. 12 News and 12 Plus keep you in the loop by reporting more from the rapidly growing West Valley.
We're outside Surprise City Hall.
More homes, jobs, and unexpected challenges expanding west.
In Peoria, they'll have the resources ready.
12 News, dedicated to the West Valley.
Explosive is one word for what's happening.
West Valley in the Loop on 12 News and streaming on 12 Plus. Download on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices.
In the dead of night, seems quiet right now. There's a lot happening in the valley.
We've got a fire in Tempe. We're sending Troy.
In those early morning hours, 12 News is here because journalism never sleeps.
Justin Pizzera, 12 News, today in AZ.
Jen Wall, 12 News.
We're live in Mesa. Troy Lynch.
12 News, today in AZ, dedicated to you.
Focusing on the local stories
And their impact on your day.
Welcome to Today in AZ. I'm
12 News Today in AZ, weekdays at 4:26 a.m. Get the latest Arizona news from 12 News on demand 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts,
The excessive heat warning.
Momcast with Emma Jade,
Help protect our kids online.
sports reports,
The Cardinals.
For the Suns.
Diamondbacks.
the biggest stories of the week on Weekend, and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism in the Valley.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV devices. This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert Days. When roads turn icy,
When those snowy trails call, if your flight could be delayed.
or when cold, rainy days.
Look at what you can expect on this week's taping of Sunday Square Off, airing in less than 10 hours.
The former leader of Arizona's Republican Party, Gina Swoboda, tells Bram Resnick she wants to run for Secretary of State even though she's already running for Congress. She said she wants to have President Trump's endorsement before she commits to anything. Swoboda has worked in the Secretary of State's office and says she's concerned that the current Republican candidate, state lawmaker Alex Collins of Scottsdale, is too far out of step with voters to beat the Democratic incumbent Adrian Fontes.
Swoboda said that she'll know within a week or so which campaign she's sticking with. NBC coverage of the Winter Olympics will preempt Sunday Square Off this month, but you can still watch it at 8 a.m. on the 12 Plus streaming app or anytime on the 12 News YouTube channel. Thanks everyone for watching 12 News. Have a great night.